Hello, YouTube and other lawn people, construction workers, landscapers, people that actually go out in the field and get dirty. Uh, as you see that I'm videotaping my washer and dryer. The reason I'm doing this is that a lot of people asked about what clothes I wear, what things I do when I'm out in the field, landscaping or doing yard work or even finishing my accounts off with lawn mowing. One issue is that when I come home, I get really dirty, especially when beginning of the season when you're doing spring and fall cleanup, leaves, mulching, pine straw, just things get into weird spots when you're wearing certain types of pants. I actually, love cargo pants, so when I started off, I used my cargo pants. But I found out that when wearing cargo pants, the cargos fill up with junk, leaves, pine straw especially, other pretty critters, and nasty stuff. So when I was washing it, drying them, they would get like all caught up in here. And everything would float to the top, get stuck on there, and my wife would take a look at it and be like, "What the heck happened?" She works at corporate, so she has to wear a little bit finer, better clothes than I do, and she doesn't appreciate having all this weird stuff in there when she washes her clothes. I wash my work clothes obviously separately because they smell really nasty when I come back, just nasty stuff. So I try to keep my clothes separate from her. I actually have another hamper that I keep to the side where I just throw my clothes in there after work and then run upstairs and take a shower. But after a couple months, I figured, hey, she started, getting really pissed off because not even that, but even the lint. Oh, sorry. Oh, looks like I gotta do laundry. The towels. Oh, that's a lot. But down here, you can see the lint trap. This would be filled up with pine straw, leaves, debris, crazy stuff. So she just looked at that and she's like, that's gonna be in my dryer and washer? I don't think so. So she's always threatening me I should go to a laundromat and use their washer and dryer, which is a good idea and stuff, but right now I don't have the time or the patience to go through that. So, my pre-wash ritual is usually this: my bucket. We don't have a tub in our master bathroom, so I use this bucket. I have to start doing this. I usually don't. I just run upstairs, throw my clothes in the hamper, and then take a shower. But I'm going to start doing this because the clothes is getting a little too crazy now. I should just jump in the shower with my clothes on, take my socks off, and just jump in there. The reason for that, it'll get rid of most of the residue and the mud and stuff off the clothes, and then at least it'll pre-wash them ready for the real washer. See, the clothes I wear, I actually do that with my work gloves too. I have a lot of pair of work gloves. Reason for that, I started getting little rashes and stuff. I'm thinking little critters are getting into my gloves and doing weird things, or it's just getting really nasty and danky that I'm probably getting an allergic reaction to something. So I washed these already in the shower. I put it in the bucket, rinsed it. I have all this conditioner. I just throw the conditioner in there. It's really cheap, so I don't really care. All right, so the clothes I wear. As you see, this is a long sleeve shirt. I started wearing long sleeves. The reason for that is that it protects my skin. As you can see, I'm pretty fair skin, but my hands are really, you can't really see it that well, but my hands are very tan compared to my forearms. And I hate farmer's tans, and I really don't want to get skin cancer either. So I started wearing long sleeve shirts. I wear a t-shirt underneath it if it gets too hot. And then I take the long sleeve off, but most of the time I try to keep it on as long as I can. In the Middle Eastern, Asia, Africa, well, some parts of Africa, not all too much part of Africa. But anyways, they wear long shirts, long sleeves. They wear the whole, outfit. Especially if you're Muslim, they wear the whole outfit. Pretty much, you want to take an example of what the desert people would wear, and usually they cover their skin, and they block the heat from coming in, and they wear loose-fitting clothes, so it's almost like a little air conditioning in there. But so that's why I'm starting to do too, is that I'm not gonna wear t-shirts anymore. It's very hard to get rid of that tan line, especially when you go cruising when you go cruising in the summer. You know, you definitely look like a farmer. So I'm wearing long sleeve shirts from now on. So this is my cotton long sleeve shirt. Very cheap. I got them very cheap. But this is another thing. As you can see, that my logo is on the back of it. You know, so that's my logo. I got those made. I made them myself. You can get these screen printers. You print them on your computer, and then you use a special screen where you put the ink and apply the ink, and then the ink goes through the screen and then prints your logo. So I have my logos made on this one and a lot of my other t-shirts. I actually used leftover shirts I had. I used to run a bar, so I got a lot of bar shirts. So the funny thing is you can see Yuengling on my front of my shirt, and the back of the shirt you're going to see my company's name. So people think I'm sponsored by these big beer companies and stuff. So it's pretty cool. But, you know, I was experimenting with the ink, and it actually works pretty well. So my next batch, I'm going to start screen printing on these. These are really nice fabric. It's like that cycling jerseys or workout jerseys, or, you know, those things that you wear when, or even golf shirts. It's polyester, breathable. It has a lot of little holes in it. It's workout, you know, it's supposed to be moisture wicking, so it's supposed to wick moisture away from your skin, and then hopefully evaporates, all that stuff. I got bright orange. My wife says that is crazy, look like a pumpkin, but I also got a lot of compliments because people won't hit me with their cars when I'm coming around the corner. I drive a box truck for my landscaping and lawn service, so it's really hard to see sometimes when you're coming around that corner, and they can nail you pretty quick. So if you see like this orange silhouette running around, especially when the sun's behind you, they see this and they kind of slow down. Also, it's good for safety. I mean, I work down south, so a lot of people carry guns and stuff, so you know, you don't want to be in their backyard cutting, and they're wondering who's in their backyard. So, oh man, my dog's going crazy. But anyways, you don't want them, you know, be like, who's that guy in my backyard? So if you're wearing a bright orange shirt, hey man, don't shoot. I'm servicing. All right, so that's my long sleeve shirt. Another thing is that it's UV resistant and protects you from the sun. Another thing I wear also is my pants. Like I said, I went from cargo pants to these pants. These are like hiking pants. I got them really cheap on sale. The Field and Stream, I think, or Outdoor Life. They're really cheap. I got them like 2 for $22. But the good thing is it's not denim, and it's very thin. It's cotton, but still it has that like that nylon feeling to it. So when you're sweating, it helps wick away moisture away from your skin, and it's very light and breezy, so it allows you to breathe. I'm also looking into hiking pants, where you can just they have like a zipper halfway, you can just take the bottom cuff off and you have shorts. I try not to wear shorts. Again, it protects my legs from, you know, doing edge work and trimming, or even going to the grass. I don't want grass clippings all over my boots and my ankles. And also protects you from the sun. You can see this, I was doing a sod job. These are still muddy. Oh man, they're pretty caked. But anyways, I was doing a sod job, so I was like really, you know, seaming the sod together, so I was getting myself pretty dirty. But I washed these already. They're good. They're better than what they looked like before. So I recommend those. I have another pair. I'm actually going to buy a couple more. I'm trying to stay with light color stuff. Like I said, you want to kind of follow what the desert people are like in the Middle East. You know, they wear usually white or light colored, you know, cover pieces. I don't even know what they're called, but that's what they wear. So I would recommend doing the same thing. You might look weird with like white pants, but it actually will reflect the UV rays and keep you cooler. So try to stay away from dark colors. If you have to go dark colors, I would go gray. So I'm gonna throw those in there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. See, that's my other shirt. I actually used white ink for that for my logo. That one's cotton. I wear that in the wintertime. It's like that ribbed wife beater material, I guess you could say. I don't know. So that's that. I have a cheap sweater. Oh, let's see, it's still wet. I have a cheap sweater. You get those like Hanes, things like that. My bright orange one is made by Hanes. I think you get 2 Hanes long sleeve athletic shirts for like 20 bucks at Amazon. So that's what I've been doing. My guys are going to start wearing those too, so we're going to look like little orange pumpkins running around. But like I said, safety, it looks good, it cools you. He's actually Caucasian, so you know, he's very fair skinned and he can get burned very easily. So, you know, he's always wearing long sleeves and he's wearing the wrong stuff. And his face just gets so red from overheating. I feel bad for him, so I want to grab him some of those shirts and just give them to him. Eventually, I'm going to have my logos on those, so then, you know, like you represent, look professional out there. Even though some guys don't talk professionally out there or act the way they should be acting, at least they're going to look at the role. So my bucket here, you know, it's pretty nasty. There's still water in it. But I take this in the shower, like I said, throw some shampoo or conditioner in it, take the clothes, wash it when I'm taking a shower. It helps me stretch too because you're bending over doing all that stuff. But anyways, it gets rid of all that like nasty debris that you can't get out. Worst thing you can do is fold your pockets inside out, you know, get that always cleaned out. I always do that now so I can avoid getting yelled at by the wifey. So that's my pre-wash bucket. I'm gonna put them over here for now. But yeah, so I just wash my clothes regularly, normally. I don't use these fabric lint things. These, I don't use those because they put a lot of chemicals and craziness in there. So when you dry your clothes with that stuff, it actually leaves a fragrance and residue where it can attract bugs, but also you can get a nasty skin reaction to it because they put so much chemicals in that stuff. So I just try to use, you know, regular laundry detergent. Just throw it in the dryer and just let it dry out. I'm not trying to smell good or be wrinkle free. Don't really care. I just care about my clothes clean and manageable. So that is what I do. Also, I always carry my Leatherman. Another thing I carry. A lot of people, you know, like I said, I'm just responding from an email. I carry this Leatherman. This Leatherman's pretty good. It has a knife, you know, it has pliers. I always carry this because when I'm weed whacking, sometimes my trimmer head, the string gets all caught up, and I don't usually use I used to use my keys to pry off the top so I can redo the string, but it's good to have a Leatherman, especially when you're doing fabric, landscape fabric. You can put that down and cut this up. And it's really nice. It has scissors. It has about 50 tools and it has screwdrivers and stuff. So I always carry that on my belt buckle. And I also use an elastic belt. I don't know if you see it, but it's an elastic belt. The reason for that is that when you're bending over, stooping over, you don't want something that's going to restrict you, because if you get restricted, it'll hurt and you're going to pinch your skin. So I use something very elastic. I've seen people use shoelaces, you know, skateboarders. When I used to go skating a lot, we used to use shoelaces, just tie it around your waist. Because that belt buckle, when it pinches, it hurts, you know, especially when you have hair down there. All right, too much info there. So this is what I do, you know, I wash and do all that stuff. So enjoy this video. Hopefully you got some helpful tips. If not, you can laugh and say, yeah, I understand. But, you know, that's how it is. But at the end of the day, you know, we bring home a paycheck, and she shouldn't really care. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my laundry. All right, peace.